I'm gonna have to ask you to get down. Please. Get down by yourself. I can't aim.
Hello and welcome back to the Casual Craft Recap, a show by casuals for casuals. I'm your favorite one-eyed, one-mouth, smiling urban steeple eater, Belt-Fed Joe, and let's get right into this week's videos. First up this week, we have Shiro Tatsu, finally, episode 18, starting work on his base. Shiro brings out the replay mod to give us a third-person perspective. Holy crap. Did you even eat this week? So Cheero brings out the replay mod to give us a third-person perspective on his beautiful Japanese pagoda. This leaves Christian as the only content creator who has yet to use the replay mod.
We have a starter house. Nothing too fancy, just a little hut to live in. Get us started until we make our main base. No, this is the main base.
Shiro also sneaks over to Dolan's house at the start of his episode to leave his mark there in the form of banners. Once again, making Christian the odd creator out, being the only person yet to prank Dolan. Or has he?
Which leads me to believe that it might be our Aussie friend, Christian Boo. He's the only content creator so far that hasn't stopped by my house this episode.
Moving on. Pheonix goes hellbound as he enters the Nether to make it look a bit nicer with his brand new oval-shaped Nether hub, because everyone knows when you think Minecraft, you think ovals. Before he does that, he shows off the shop improvements he made off camera, including a less janky and root-filled ceiling and floor lighting that looks oddly familiar.
I had a friend of mine over, Stelly, and she was looking at this and she was like, is that supposed to be your ravine?
The walls have also been retooled for consistency. Now, if only he would fix that off-center lectern, everything would be shipshape. Now, back to the Nether. The process begins with buying Joe out of all the quartz he had in stock. Thank you! Then, the building begins. A third-person time-lapse using the replay mod shows off the building process quite nicely.
And I'm gonna stop holding shift. This looks amazing. I love it. I love it so much.
Christian Butu also embarks on an adventure to other dimensions. One dragon fight not being enough, he decides to fight 5. His reasoning is to get some elytra to sell for some sweet, sweet riches from the spawn shops in the form of shiny blue rocks. Out of the 5 dragon kills, he only obtained 3 elytra. Christian then finalizes his episode by showing us a spectacular underground house design.
A simple little base.
The police show up at Dolan's abode in the form of vindicators and pillagers as a prank by Belt-Fed Joe, demanding the whereabouts of Old Man Dolan.
Where is Old Man Dolan? Excuse me?
But as always, the silver-tongued Dolan has plenty of excuses for why nothing is amiss. Pretty suspicious if you ask me. He also decides that his small area close to the disturbingly sentient tree isn't sufficient for supplying the server with all those taters, so a kitchen is made in an empty room of his house. Using some tips he learned from Reddit to make a working oven, and even adding a pot of gold to dip those taters in to make them even more difficult to eat, he finishes off his kitchen with a cake and a table pumpkin. Still no word on Old Man Dolan. Joe's episode this week isn't just an episode of Casual Craft, it's also a guide on how to build a pretty nifty tree farm with an overwhelming, not in the good way, 4 points of view. It was enough to put the already tired Pheonix right to sleep again. Now that Joe's all set up to lose another eye, he heads over to his shop, where he completes 2 stacks of diamond blocks and then some worth of profits from his shop. Also, we have now officially gotten to 2 stacks of diamond blocks out of the shop. Making a checklist to restock his nearly empty shop front, he's ready to collect even more diamonds. And that's it for this week. I am Belt-Fed Joe. Our scriptwriters this week are Christian Boo 2 and Pheonix Prevailing, and editing is by Dolan Productions. Links to every content creator, as well as the whitelist application to join Casual Craft, can be found in the description below. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe to stay up to date with the whereabouts of all the content creators here on Casual Craft. Thanks for tuning in, and until next time, keep it casual.